In this video, we're going to cover the title of the Amazon description. Now this title here, this product here is a silicone baking cup. But what you can see is that they are using a number of keywords in the title. So they are using silicone baking cups, they're using the words cupcake liners, and they're using muffin molds and storage containers. Okay, storage container is not a relevant keyword, and they could be doing much better with this title. So the challenge with a title is to put in as many keywords as possible that Amazon customers would be searching for. Also, people who are searching on Google may be searching for, and to be able to combine those keywords in a way that still looks attractive to a potential customer. Because if it's just plain keywords and it doesn't make sense, then a customer who sees this will not be attracted to the product. So the first part of the exercise is to first of all find the relevant keywords. So using this as an exercise, let's have a look at potential keywords that could be used in this product. So I'm going to go to another Amazon search engine. Right, so let's look. If we start typing in cupcake liners, you can start to see that we're starting to see what people actually type in. So they type in cupcake liners, and they also type in cupcake boxes. And if you look here, you can see that cupcake boxes are not here. And they could have used cupcake boxes instead of a storage container to attract people who may be looking for cupcake boxes. Now, it's not perfect because it's not an exact description, but let's just carry on. So what we want to do, let's go back a bit, cupcake liners, cupcake boxes, is we want to start writing down all of the keywords that come up. So we've got liners, we've got boxes. Okay, let's carry on. And as you type in another word, you could see cupcake stand, cupcake wrappers. Okay, cupcake wrappers. Now, wrappers is a word that wasn't used, okay, which could have been included. Cupcake pan, that wasn't included. Carry on. Cupcake boxes, toppers, pan, wrappers. Okay, now let's cupcake carrier. So let's do cupcake liners. Okay, and there's mini cupcake liners, there's Halloween cupcake liners, okay, silicone cupcake liners. So we've now got, and then you've got cupcake liners blue, okay, black cupcake liners. So for example, now we know that there's keywords with colours in. So when we go back to this, we could have blue cupcake liners. So for example, we could have silicone baking cups, cupcake liners, blue cupcake liners. So you could have blue, then cupcake liners, or green cupcake liners, or pink cupcake liners, and you could put those colours in the title. So if somebody was looking for pink cupcake liners, for example, that would be in the title. So let's go back. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so we've got silicone, and we've got greaseproof, cupcake liners greaseproof, okay? So that's another thing, we could put greaseproof into the title. So this title could be made a lot better by using the keywords that we've just got from Amazon. Now let me show you to find another way to find Amazon keywords. So what we do is we go to competitors, okay? And when we have a look and see what competitors are ranked the highest, okay, and what they actually put. So you can see here we've done a search for cupcake liners, and we've got here this number 1, and it's got the word baking cup in it. Got standard baking cups. Let's have a look down here. Cupcake liners. Okay. Right, so we can't really see much in the title. Okay, cupcake silicone liner mold. So there's a mold there. Okay, so another thing is when we start looking in people's descriptions. Okay, so if we look in this description, for example, here, one of the things you can see is BPA free, FDA approved. So another thing that we could put in the title, if we actually do a search on Amazon, okay, and we search BPA free, you can start to see, we put BPA, we can start to see we've got BPA free food storage, okay. So BPA free is a very important keyword and that's something else that can be added to the title. Now there's only so many words that you get in the title, so you want to put as many of those keywords in there as possible, as I said, but to make it make sense. So what you're looking for is you're going through your competitors' descriptions, you're going through their titles, and you're looking for potential keywords that can go in the title here. And in order to find out if it's a term that Amazon customers are searching for, if you put it in here, so for example, if we put in BPA, okay, we can see that lots of people are searching for that. If we put in, let's see, silicone, so let's put in silicone, you can see that a lot of people are searching for silicone. So obviously you're not going to put it in the title unless you can see that people are actually searching for that. So that's one thing. Another thing is to put in alternative uses. So another thing that these can be used for, okay, is, for example, soap. Okay, so if you look at these, and you can see that these are actually good for making not just cakes, but also other things. So it could be soap making. Okay, now I'm not saying to do this, but on something like this where there's obviously plenty of keywords, but when you have a product where you've got multiple uses for it, you could have this as, let's say, jumbo ice cubes. So let's have a look here, ice cube tray. So you can see there's lots of search terms for ice cubes. So if you've got room, you could have the other uses. So you could put in good for jumbo ice cubes, good for soap making. So let's have a look. Soap molds. So you can see they're soap molds. So you could put there good for soap molds as well. So that is using the Amazon. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Google keyword tool to find more keywords. Okay, so let's just put in cupcake liners. Okay, so another thing you can see here is wedding cupcake liners. Okay, cupcake, let's have a look. Foil cupcake liners and colours, black cupcake liners, blue cupcake liners, red cupcake liners. Okay, so that's something to see. That's definitely something to put in. Giant cupcake liners, cheap cupcake liners, jumbo cupcake liners, birthday cupcake liners. Okay, so these are the ad groups. When we look in the ad groups, okay, if we look here and put in, we can see the highest amount of searches at the top. So what we want to look for are things with the highest amount of searches. And what you can see here is that cupcake wedding cake. Okay, so wedding cupcake liners, you know, wedding cupcake molds is a search term that wasn't used. Wedding cupcake wrappers has quite a lot of searches that wasn't used. Okay, so that could definitely be added to a title. Let's go back. It's not paper cupcake liners, obviously. So let's go down here. Cupcake liners bulk. Let's see. Cupcake liners bulk. So that's quite a lot. So you could, if you had, for example, in the description where there's 24, you could put in bulk purchase 24. Okay, so that's a keyword that's used. Let's have another look. Giant cupcake holders. So giant cupcake wrapper, giant cupcake liners, not very many searches, but in this situation, if they were large, then giant would be a good word. Fancy cupcake. Okay, fancy cupcake wrappers. It's not really fancy, and that's not a lot of searches. So let's have a look at a colour, for example. Pink cupcake liners, not very many. Okay, and also we can go over to keyword ideas. Okay, well, the term cupcake liners has a lot of searches, 6,600. So that itself needs to be used because it's got a lot of searches. Grease-proof cupcake liners has quite a lot of searches, 480. So grease-proof is a term that could definitely be used in the title. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. We're looking for search terms that have the most searches that would also fit into the title. Okay, because what we want to do is we want to use the maximum amount of letters that Amazon allows, but without making it look like you've just stuffed it full of keywords. It has to make sense, and it has to be attractive to a buyer. So it has to be a sort of a benefit. Okay, so it has to be a combination of things. So that's how to do an Amazon title using keywords.